Welcome to Indie Game Month Day 23. Today we are going to create the Bulletkin from Enter the Gungeon. I decided on creating this character since it's the most common enemy and probably the most recognizable thing in the game. I started out with some yellow clay and got it into a nice cylinder. I couldn't get the edges quite flat enough, so I'm using the knife to make those nice and sharp. This character, same with pretty much every enemy in the game, has something to do with a bullet or a gun. I want to make him have a nice happy little face. There's actually a version of this character that you can play as called the Bullet. And the difference is he has a red cape and a sword, but I decided on creating just this basic enemy instead. This will be the top of the bullet, and if you'll notice the yellow clay is getting pretty dirty, but I'm planning on using a golden paint marker after I bake it to add in some nice shiny details. So if it gets dirty right now, it doesn't really matter. These legs look good, but they're not going to be able to stand up in the oven, so I'm going to bake those separately and glue them on after baking. We have some tiny little stubs for arms. And now we can start creating the pistol. I don't think I've ever made any type of gun before, and honestly I don't think that's going to come up very often with the types of things I create. But it was actually really fun to make this, and I think for my first time making a gun, it turned out really well. This handle was just a little bit too big, so I trimmed that down a bit. Moving up to the top of the gun again, we have the barrel, and we have a tiny little extension on top of that. This is, I believe, the sight. It's what you can look down to help you aim. And our final detail on the gun, and we can remove that from the table, and I just wanted to add a couple little extra details into the barrel. And now we are ready to get baked. After baking, let's take some super glue to start attaching the legs onto the body. I had a little bit of an issue where he wouldn't actually stand up on his own. So I took the knife and trimmed down the legs just a little bit, and now he can stand up nice and straight. I decided to take this golden marker because I just wanted the bullet to shine a bit more than it did. The yellow looked alright, but I think a bullet should be nice and shiny. As you can see, I got a little bit too much of this gold on the black of the mouth and eyes, but we can touch that up using a black marker after we're done coloring the rest of the body. I took a silver marker on the top, which actually doesn't really change the color much, but it mostly just gives it a nice little shine. At this point, I thought I was just about done, but as usual, nothing really goes as planned and there's always an extra step. So I tried touching up these little black spots that I missed on the mouth, and it kind of just made it look like he was drooling or something. It looks pretty nasty, so I took this tissue and started dabbing it off, and I realized it looks really cool and worn down like this. So I actually just did that for the rest of the body. And now we can color in the mouth black again, this time being a bit more careful to not miss. Moving on to the gun, we can paint it a nice shiny silver. Using some more super glue, we can attach that onto the hand. And here it is, the Bulletkin from Enter the Gungeon. I really hope you all enjoyed today's video. Make sure to check out the playlist at the end, which is updated every day with a new indie game character. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.